Today, we're going to San Clemente. The reason why is because Southern California is experiencing some crazy Santa Ana winds. I mean, some insane winds that are going to coming through. And there's already some fires burning in LA. And if something happens up on Santiago Peak, well, I'd like to be able to have a backup plan. And San Clemente is our backup plan. So I'm going down to San Clemente to exercise the equipment, make sure everything is good to go, and yeah, so let's go. Okay, so we're down here at San Clemente, just walked in. Okay, today's activity, sure, why not? Exercise the backup transmitter and then the old main transmitter. So we've got the normal one that we would use for an emergency, and then we have the other one, which is what used to be when we used to run from down here in San Clemente. That used to be the main transmitter. So that's still in here. You know, we're gonna fire it up and see if in an absolute worst case situation, if that'll come up and be available as a backup to the backup. So, okay, first things first, we need to disconnect the coaxial cable from the main auxiliary transmitter and hook that into a dummy load. Now, a dummy load is literally just a big resistor. It's like an antenna, but instead of radiating RF, it changes all the RF into heat. So, that's what we're going to do here in just a moment. And then again, while we're here, just kind of do a quick, make sure everything's good at the site. So yeah, all right, let me get the equipment. So I got some bee remnants over here from that bee incident years ago. We're gonna disconnect this cable, which goes from the auxiliary transmitter to the antenna switch right here. I'm gonna stick the dummy load right up here, connect this cable to it, and we'll run the auxiliary transmitter into the dummy load. There's our dummy load. There we go. Now it's taken. Okay, so this is the front panel of our auxiliary transmitter, our main auxiliary transmitter. Here we go. So management has asked that I not exercise the big transmitter today. All right, so we'll have to do that another day. No big deal. But at least the little one is getting exercise for more than just a few minutes here and there. So we'll run that one for a little bit longer and then head back to the station. Well, actually, first we'll look around here, kind of do the outside inspection. I think there's a bush that's trying to grow up underneath my satellite dish again. So Chad just called me on the radio, or the phone radio. The fire alarm's going off at the station. Any indication of where it is? So we'll go take care of that bush that's growing up underneath the satellite dish. Looking at our settings here, everything looks okay. Yeah, I think we're good. Been running it for now about half an hour. Maybe I'll run it for another half hour just to kind of make sure everything is perfectly good. And then we'll shut it down, reconnect it back up to the antenna. It is time to go. We did a little bit of vegetation mitigation here. So there was a bunch of leaves, fallen leaves from this tree that we need to get the city to probably cut down because it's on the other side of the fence. The leaves had fallen, kind of scooped them up. Just, you know, less things to catch on fire if a fire were to happen. We are right here at the interface to the wilderness. And I mean, there's literally nothing right here. Just all trees and bushes and a canyon, and we're at the top of that canyon. So any fire that comes up is gonna come up and hit us. So one of the other things that we'll probably need to work on is making this building a little bit more fire resistant. That's another project to do. But in the meantime, at least I could do is try to get rid of some of the flammable materials that are on the ground and dispose of those. Plus, it just makes it look a little bit nicer in here. So, all right, I think we've been exercising the transmitter long enough. Let's turn it off, reset everything, and reconnect it to the antenna. The way that I'm going to turn it off is simply go from local to remote, because right now it's connected to the remote control, and it allows us to remotely turn it on if we need to. So I'm going to go from local, which means I can control it here from the front panel, to remote, and here we go. And because on the back side of the transmitter there is a relay that's now open, it is going to turn itself off. All right, let's give the dummy load a few minutes to cool down, and then unplug it, reconnect the antenna. It's still a little toasty, so we'll be very gentle. Come on, let go. Let go, let go, let go. We are now reconnecting it back to the antenna switch, and right now the antenna switch has the transmitter in the position to go out to the antenna. The other position that's on this side is supposed to go over to the dummy load that we still need to hook up. Things got shuffled around in here a few years ago, and we never put the dummy load back where it was supposed to, or back into the line. So that's on the to-do list. The transmitter is now back connected to the antenna, essentially. Why am I wearing this coat? I figured all the TV anchors are wearing theirs and all the reporters, so I might as well wear mine too. But I have it, just in case I need it. And it goes with me as my backup plan when I go up to the mountains, especially during fire season. So, well, thanks for joining me on this little adventure, activity, sure, whatever we called it. It's always good to exercise your backup plans. And, you know, what good is a backup plan if you don't exercise it? So that was the whole point of this trip, was to exercise the backup transmitter, so that way if we have to use it, it's ready to go. If you like this video, click the thumbs up button. If you didn't like this video, well, click the thumbs down button. If you want to see more of these videos, click the subscribe button. And if you want to get notified every time I upload a video, click the little bell icon. And we'll see you in the next video.